Hello everyone, Mr. Sorkin here, and welcome back to another fantastic, I say that, character showcase in LEGO DC's LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. Today we're taking a look at none other than the one, the only, legendary Geoff Johns, who I give a ton of credit for, I don't know his political reasons, stuff, but he did leave, for those who want to know, he did leave, to make his own comic book company, which is interesting. He stepped down in 2019 to open Madhouse Productions, which works on film, television, comic books, and sometimes based off DC properties, so why not? Now, Geoff Johns, in all honesty, in all 100% honesty, is probably the saving grace of DC. He was very much able to take DC and kind of reinvent. I mean this in a good way. He was able to reinvent a lot of the stories and was able to reinvent the characters too. The main thing is that he was the reason for Flashpoint. And make it as you will, because he ultimately decided, like, you know, they gotta have gruesome character origins, because that is how you make these awesome characters. Right? Right. Now, Geoff Johns is really good at writing. He was able to basically reinvent, and in all honesty, this is where I think he gets so much of the credit. He is most famous for being the one who pumped so much more life into Green Lantern, Aquaman, and Stargirl. 3 characters that basically just he injected with life, and that's the reason I think he's playable in this game, is because without him, we wouldn't have LEGO Batman 3 and exploring different Lantern planets, because he is responsible for creating a lot of them. He created Larfies. He created the Red Lantern Corps, including Trosses. He created the Black Lantern Corps. Jessica Cruz, make it as you will. But not only that, but he was able to, like, expand into other realms of DC in terms of creating interesting characters. Like, he was, like, Flash is the big one. He was creator of Hunter Zolomon. Simon Baz, whose name is escaping me for some reason. Oh, yeah, the Green Lantern. Sorry about that. But he also created Kate Kane, again, make of as you will, and Miss Martian, thank God. He is really reinventive in creating these characters, and I think these characters are ones that are able to live past him, and that, I think, is a great shine. There are characters that definitely do feel like they are characters that are created at the moment and have a tendency to maybe not be as good down the line. Wildcats is a good example of that, where they're definitely a product of the time. Maybe the Authority too. But I can't talk about, like, again, his amazing work on the comics. Again, Flash was the main start of his success with Flashpoint. But then he just kind of knocked it out of the park with some amazing comic books. He was able to knock it out of the park with this with basically expand the Green Lantern storyline, create the Blackest Night narrative, where, like, all of them came back as zombies to kill them all. But I just think he does a really good job with writing. He was also able to expand on the Aquaman story. Now, Aquaman for the longest time was deemed as a joke, except for, you know, those who actually read comics and were like, nah, he's not really a joke. But he was able to reinvent new life to it and create the Throne of Atlantis arc, which is a really good comic book arc involving Aquaman's inclusion into the Justice League. Great job. Great job. He also worked on a Brainiac story, so another reason he's in this game, because, you know, why not? Now, the one thing I have to really praise is the work of Stargirl, which he did nothing but an amazing job on. For those who would like to know, so Stargirl is Corey Whitmore, a member of the Justice Society. Now, he is, this is a weird tangent, I know, but he inspired the characterization of Courtney Whitmore in the new comics based off his late sister. I think that is really incredible. It's really heartwarming and adds a lot more depth to the character. he was also able to add more to the stepfather and stepdaughter relationship of Stargirl. If you have not watched the Stargirl show, I highly recommend you go watch it. Because, well, how do I put this politely? Sorry. I'm just reading some other stuff. Sorry, change up. Brain fart. Where he was just like, he was able to really reinvent Stargirl, and the TV show is a great adaptation of it. So yeah, and also her name was Courtney. What are the odds? Yeah, he's an ultimate really great person. I'm gonna read some of his bibliography because there is quite a lot. Holy shit! Again, Stargirl is his main accomplishment. I think Stargirl is his better stuff, and the JSA stuff. Again, he wrote for Green Lantern. He did a lot of Flash stuff. He also worked on a bunch of TV shows as well. He was an assistant to Richard Donner, which I think is awesome. He wrote a segment from Green Lantern No One Lies, makes sense because Green Lantern was coming out at the time. He was the executive for the longest time of why can't I think of it? I know that's really horrible. I know, but why can't I think of it? I do apologize. But he was also a writer for a lot of the shows that were based off his work. Again, Stargirl's a key one of it. He was a showrunner because it was based off his comic series, so he was able to write some episodes for it. He wrote an episode of Titans, apparently, but none of, that. He was also the one who brought in Huntress into Arrow, so again, make that as you will, which is fine. He does a great job writing. Also, I want to know what episode of Justice League Unlimited he wrote. Sorry, this is going to bother me. I want to know what episode he wrote. I'm looking it up. Ancient History. Oh, no shit! That's the Hawkman episode! Okay, sorry. That's the episode where Hawkgirl meets Hawkman, and Hawkman appears to be insane. So, okay, credit where credit's earned. He wrote a really interesting episode. Not the best episode, but yeah. I feel like it's a good point to end this video off because, why not? Thank you all so much for watching. We will see you guys tomorrow as we will get a look at another exciting character. I was going to say different, but you can't correct one. But tell them that it's for me. We will see you guys next time. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, that's it for me. Bye-bye.